What's going on, everybody? Thank you once again for joining me. This is Brian here with Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you so much for joining me. It is July 16th, 2020, Thursday, Jupiter Day. So, yeah, hey, if it's your first time to the channel, please do subscribe, hit the like button, comment, all that good stuff. Follow me on other social medias at Fixed Air Moon, and check out my website too, fixedairmoon.com. I also am available for readings. Just throwing that out there. So, let's just jump into the chart of the day. So, our sun here in Cancer at 24 degrees just pulled off of the big opposition with Jupiter and Pluto. Big transformation, big decisions within our foundation and where we're going in life and our goals, ambitions. Trying to get really, figure out where we're going. This is a big transformation portal. And I know I say portal often, but this is, I would just learn some more stuff about the Mayan calendar. And this is legitimately the next 10 days is this huge portal day. Or days, I should say, as we go into this new Mayan year. So this is a big time. Like, none of this stuff is really this isn't like normal stuff going on right now. So if you're feeling energetically like things aren't normal, it's not. We're getting another new moon, a second new moon in Cancer, which is pretty rare in itself. I think the last time that happened was like 2009. It might have been earlier or sooner, but it's rare, you don't get that very often, and it's in exact opposition to Saturn. That new moon is going to be in exact opposition to Saturn. And it's interesting because the moon rules Cancer. It's the moon's home. And Saturn rules Capricorn. It's Cronus's home. And it's this really weird thing because in Greek mythology, right, Kronos is Saturn and he eats his babies. He eats his babies. Look it up. I'm not making this up. This is a scary place because the moon represents the mother, right? So we're in this build up to like where we feel and just kind of where we are in life right now with the things that we're seeing come out about trafficking, adrenochrome, children. It's just an interesting time. I'm just saying, it's just very, things just happen, and the universe already knows all this. So anyways, this is big build up this week to this big opposition because right, the sun rules Leo, and the moon rules Cancer, and they sit at the top of the chart. And at the bottom is Capricorn and Aquarius, which are both Saturn ruled. So this is this big buildup of like top, bottom, good, bad, but there isn't really a good or bad. It's just where are you gonna go? Like, where are we going right now? Are we staying strong in our emotional foundations, and are we gonna go towards the light, or are we gonna get trapped and start, living in that world of watching Saturn eat his babies almost? It's crazy. It's crazy times. And there's a comet in the sky right now. So not only do we get two new moons in Cancer coming up, there's a comet in the sky opposing Saturn with a new, and then the Mayans. On the 26th, the Mayan calendar rolls over to this new year, which I want to do more research on, but we're in like the white wizard year right now, and then it goes into like the blue storm year, which I'm going to do more research on and bring that to you as we go. But we're in this crazy portal right now. So if you're feeling like there's a lot of heavy energy and you're feeling energetically like weighed heavily on, like there is a reason, like the universe is speaking to you. And if you're attuned to that, that's good. It's a crazy time. So that's what we're building up towards. And then today, the moon did move in to Gemini. So again, it's gonna feel emotionally good if we can be curious and still see the beauty in things, but not get stuck on one thing or the other. We have to be curious right now, and we have to use our brains. And emotions don't operate great when you think. Like, it's almost like they just want to be, and it's more of an intuitive thing. But Gemini rules the mind, so it's important to be conscious of your emotions right now, I think, is what today's asking. And the moon will come over Venus tonight, 1 o'clock on the west coast, and early in the morning, 4 o'clock for the east coast of the United States. So definitely. And here midday, the moon's going to be making aspects is going to be in sextile to Chiron. And right now, the midpoint of Venus and the moon is 9 degrees of Gemini, which is an exact sextile to Chiron. So Mars just passed over Chiron in Aries, and we're definitely trying to move forward and not like take too much baggage with us right now. I think there's this good energy right now with Mars in Aries that we are trying to do what's right and have the courage to do what's best for ourselves and for our identities and our egos. And there's this big shift happening where we're almost more conscious of our ego, which is a good thing. We all have our ego, right? It gets a bad rap in the spiritual community. It's like, oh, you have an ego. We all have an ego. It's what makes us unique and different. Nobody is exactly the same, and it's for a reason. But we do get this sextile here to Chiron. So there's it being curious in your emotions and seeing like the beauty around you in your immediate life is the healing. Like looking too far outside of yourself right now isn't where the healing's at. It's being comfortable in your emotions today and following your truth. And that's going to make all the difference in the world for today, And, things are moving now. We got Venus here at 37. So Venus is now moving faster than Mars at 32 minutes, 37, 32. So yeah, we're starting to go. And even and Mercury's starting to pick up the pace too, going 23 minutes. And Mercury's going to start ripping. Mercury's the fastest planet, so he's definitely still going slow, and so is Venus. But they're moving now. They're direct. So got to move forward with our values. Got to move forward with our mind, and we got to be willing to go into the deepest places emotionally to feel comfortable and to feel secure, so that when things start shifting and transforming around us, if you look at galactic astrology, just where we are at right now on the sine wave of time is, we're coming out of the age of Pisces. We're in the age of Aquarius, but it's from the year 2000 to the year 4000, and it's a long time, but we're at the very beginning. So right now it's these big activations with all these eclipses that we had in Cancer over the last couple years, and even this year with 3 just back to back, like lunar, solar, lunar, and then another new moon in Cancer opposing heavy. Look at the stellium of Capricorn energy. Like it's insane right now. It's insane. And if we don't stand tall in our emotions and in our truth and be curious about what life could be, and we just fall into the delusion, which Neptune at 20, the Leo King put out a great thing on his Instagram talking about these are the exact degrees of the Salem witch trials back in the day. Like there is heavy energy right now being replayed in our life, and it's just this crazy structural change. Like everything's going. So read his get on his Instagram if you can, at the Leo Kingdom, and check out his post on those witch trials, because they were really good. And he's like super, he knows, he does a lot of work. So yeah, and we're pulling off the trine to Neptune and the sextile, which is coming up to Jupiter. Jupiter is going to move to 21 degrees and get even closer. So that's building even more. And I think, as always, it's time to trust in your intuition, in yourself, in your deeper emotions, and trust in spirit and go to that highest place in your life. Uranus is still moving forward fast. Uranus is going full speed here with Mars. They're the only 2 planets moving fast. So it's about going to that highest place and having the courage to take the leap of faith and go towards the unknown and be innovative and figure out the life you truly want. Uranus and Taurus is redefining what we value in life and redefining our physical world. So big changes, but it's what you make it, and it's how comfortable you are within your emotions, within yourself, within your identity, and how you're going to push forward. And today's a big day to find that. We're making good aspects with our emotions and our values, and we're trying, making that sextile to Chiron is like, do we have to take the nonsense with us, or can we just take what serves us into battle? Chiron is He's the wounded warrior. But it's not always a good idea to go into the battle wounded. Sometimes you gotta let the adrenaline kick in and just go. And Mars is saying, come on, Chiron, let's go. We got things to do. Mars is getting ready for a crazy trip. He's about to retrograde in Aries, but he's also going to square Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. Hit him retrograde, hit him direct again. Like, Mars is preparing for some of the biggest wars of his journey through the zodiac right now. So are we. So today and for the next couple days, like, this is big times to be curious, find your alignment, find your love within, and embrace what really matters to you, because it could take you to a super beautiful place. Like, that's where we're at right now, is you can go to this beautiful place and transform your reality into something amazing, or you can get stuck in a crazy, not beautiful life where the TV is manipulating you and companies are manipulating you to do things you don't want. So go within, find your truth. Card for the day is the Nine of Cups, one of like the best cards in the deck. I think we do need to rejoice, and we do need to emotionally like all come together, and we got there's so much abundance of emotion right now, but if we stand in our truth, we can really take this to the next place, to the best place. This deck is always interesting to me when I look at it. It does have one cup on the ground over here. So it's like, and then, yeah. I think it's hard sometimes when you have all these emotions floating around to jump into the stream of emotion that serves you the best, because there's just so much outside presence going on. So I think you have to look within, like I said before, and not look without. You look at this guy on the end over here. Like, he doesn't really want to, he's looking somewhere else. And they're all kind of looking at him like, where are you looking? You got to look within and find that emotion within and that emotional courage to take you to that next place and see the beauty and the value within yourself. So do that today. I'm going to try my best to, and I hope you guys do too. I love you very much, and I will see you tomorrow on Friday. Take care.